Now, some of you would have seen my advertisement in the newspaper, how to buy property with little or no money. And I think a lot of you, if you have not come to my seminar, you will be very curious. How can you buy a property with no money? Now, I want to clarify this. When I talk about no money, it doesn't mean that you don't come out a single cent at all. Yeah, probably it's not your money. You can leverage on other people's money. Yeah, and I remember I attended Robert Allen's seminar many years ago, and they were telling me, he was sharing how you can buy property with no money. And some of my graduates, my fellow participants, yeah, and they told me, they said, hey, this guy is from America. Yeah, you can only do this deal in America, not in Singapore or in Malaysia or in Asia. Yeah, but I look at the guy and say, hey, this guy doesn't look rich. I think the trainer look richer. So if you want to be rich, who should you listen to? People who are not rich or people who are rich? I decided to listen to people who are rich. Yeah, I say, if the guru said can be done, it can be done. So you got to find a way. So it took me a while, yeah, before I finally make my first deal. How I bought my first deal in Singapore with no money. Yeah, and the thing is this: I bought a place called Trade Hub 21 in Jerome, and it was selling for about $200 per square foot, and we found a unit at about 1,500 square feet. Right? So $200 times 1,500 square feet, it comes to 300K. Now, how do I buy with no money? First of all, if the property is 300K, you have to come up with a deposit of 20% down payment, which is 60K. Now, how do I do it with no money? What I need to do is find someone with 60K. So am I right to say, out there are a lot of people, they got the cash, but they cannot take loan. For example, old people, they got the cash, but they cannot take loan. There are also people who already borrowed max already. They already borrowed to buy my property max. The bank will not loan them any more money. So I look for this group of people, and I found a couple who has got the money, but they can't take loan anymore. So what I told them is that, okay, tell you what, you come up with a down payment of 60,000, which is only 20%. I will come up with the 80%. Yeah, and whatever we make, I will share 50-50 with you. You take 50%, I take 50%. Let me ask you, is this a legal deal? Hello, is it legal? Is it moral? Huh? Is it ethical? And do you think that guy who came up with the 20%, does he benefit? Yes, he only come out 20%, but he get 50% of profit. Now, where do I get the other 80% from? So I took a loan of 80%. So the investor came up with 20%, the bank gave me the 80%. How much did I come up with? Zero. So that's how I buy property with no money. And this is not the only way that I can buy property with no money. I think a lot of people who have come for my course, they would have learned a lot of other ways to buy property with no money. And I'm very glad to say that most of them, after attending my course, they have gone out to start buying property. In fact, I know of a few of them, one day, immediately after the course, the next day, they already bought the property. Okay? So I hope you have gained something from today. Thank you.